Hello and welcome. My name is Mark Huber and I'm live. I'm just turning up the sound here. Where did it go? Make sure that everyone can hear me. Good, sound is on. And it's at the highest level. Don't want you to miss a word of what we're going to be discussing about tonight. It's very important. The topic, as you know, is how to virtually guarantee your business idea so that it will work and be profitable. And a lot of people have come over the course of months and years and in recent days and have asked for clarification in some of my coaching programs about what makes a valid idea. And in today's, this evening's short training, it is 7 o'clock here on the West Coast, broadcasting to you live from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, and I welcome all of you as you are joining me here. Speaking of ideas, this was an idea that I had literally this morning. It was something that was incubating in the back of my mind that I wanted to get to, and finally I decided, well, today's the day. So I spent a few hours today putting together the autoresponder sequence, the short little sales page, did some very basic reach out and marketing, so that at the end of the day, here we are. A number of you have chosen to take some time out of your busy schedule and join us here and learn something, and for that I applaud you, because I will always deliver on the four things that are in short supply: time and wisdom and truth and integrity, and those are my touchstones, and those are what I continually strive to deliver on. And I would suggest that you in business should do the same thing. It's a pleasure then to conduct business when you know you've done the right thing for your prospects and clients, and they in turn are sending you glowing testimonials and referrals. It just makes life a joy. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about when you have an idea, and some of you may have difficulty coming up with an idea, but in truth, look at your journey, look at your life. Sit down with pen and paper and write down what do you know, what are you knowledgeable in. It could be sewing. It could be learning how to play a flute. It could be strumming the banjo. It could be knowing how to tie the best fly fishing lure possible. It could be learned knowledge from books. You could know all there is to know about organic chemistry. In your career, what is it that you did? What specific knowledge and information do you have? The journey that you've had in your life, what have you overcome? What challenges have you overcome? What have been turning points or pivot points in your life that have really shaken you to the core, or changed you or made you different than who you were before? Especially stories like that, they truly resonate with people. Human beings love stories. Going back to the early mists of time, sitting around campfires sharing stories. It was the early form of communication, and still is. Everyone loves a good story, and everyone loves to hear of other people's successes in face of adversity. So don't hesitate to write all of those things down, and determine and focus on one or two that really resonate with you and that you have a passion for. Then what you need to do is determine, is there a way to make money from it? And really the only way, the best way, not the only way, but the best way, is to ask family and friends. very simply, if I was to start a business and it revolved around X, whatever your expertise is or whatever your passion is, do you think there would be a market for that? And listen to what people say. You'd be very surprised. Don't be put off by what some of the answers are. Write down the answers and track of them. Additionally, you can go online and search courses. A big course platform is called Udemy, UDUMY.com, and MyLynda.com. MyLynda is a multi-billion-dollar course platform recently purchased by LinkedIn. Check either of those two as starters to see if there are any courses along any of the keywords that would be associated with your area of expertise, knowledge, or passion. See what comes up. And don't be disheartened if there are no courses. It might mean that no one has thought of or has been creative as you now and your brain are thinking. And also don't be disheartened if you see a lot of courses on the same idea, because everyone else is not you. That is your power. You have unique insights, you have unique ways of speaking, you have your own life story to add to the mix in instructional audios, videos, writings, however you decide to ultimately produce your content. And don't let that dissuade you, because look at let's take an industry like fitness. Look at the wealth of information in that world, and more continues to come out. What about personal self-development? It's huge. And just because there are big names in that industry, there are a lot of people making a lot of money. They all have their unique take on things, their unique perspectives. Many have drilled down to be very specific in the people that they will speak to, and in the language that they speak to these people. Bricks and mortar business are again a very good area to get involved in. Don't shy away from that, even though your course or material or blog could be digital and online. It can still be very effective for traditional bricks and mortar businesses, spa owners, again, gyms, retail stores, restaurants. How to create the finest Indonesian curry in the world, the ultimate guide. There could be an interest in that. There could be a great number of people who would want to learn about that, find out what your recipes are. You could turn that into a cooking show. It doesn't have to be elaborate, very, very simple. And, as things grow, you grow with them. Totally your call, but the thing that I find is that many people limit themselves in their ideas. And that's unfortunate, because the only thing holding you back is you. If you want to change your life, if you want to change your lifestyle, if you feel you have a message that you want to bring to the world, bring it. Let no one stop you, let no one dissuade you. Think for a moment if Thomas Edison had let someone stop him from bringing his idea of a light bulb to the world, what a change that world that we would be in today. We might still be in darkness. Who knows? In any event, have fun. Do some research and ask the questions. And when you get the answers, write the answers down in the exact words that people are giving them to you. If you have an idea to bring out some type of embroidery on jeans, and you ask people about the type of jeans that they wear, listen very carefully to what they say. What do they like? What brands? What piping? What embroidery? Do they like the torn? Do they like the the elegant? Whatever is unique to that specificity. Understand the language, the pain points, and you start getting a sense of the person and the people that are in and in the buying frame. Because at the end of the day, what you need is a horde of hungry buyers. Doesn't matter what your idea is, at the end of the day, how simple it's produced or how elaborate it is. And so many times people spend so much time, effort, and money creating elegant and sophisticated websites and sales and marketing funnels and all sorts of things, only to find out that no one is interested in what they have to offer. So please do yourself a favor and make sure that you ask and do your research to find out if there are people that would actually buy what it is that you are contemplating putting together. And in many cases, you can pre-sell whatever the item is, the training program, before it's even built. And the reason that you will have great confidence and knowledge that it will sell and do well is because you will have done your research, and the course materials, the way you communicate, your sales pages, they will all be in the language that your ideal customer uses, and talking to them so directly and so personally that they immediately have a bond and a connection with you, the offer, and are more than excited to pull out their wallet and their credit card, step up to the plate, and buy what it is that you're selling. And that's what you want. You want hordes of eager people beating a path to your doorstep. But it does take planning. It does take asking the questions. It's called the ask method. Very simple, but so many people overlook that. So that should be priority number one for you as you continue your journey as to how to virtually guarantee your business idea will not only work, but be profitable. Just a few other points that I wanted to cover off here. I've just got some notes that I wanted to review. The other thing too, and the beauty of live broadcasting, and why I'm doing so many live broadcasts, as perhaps you've noticed, is that as an early adopter, I want to use all the tools, all the cutting-edge strategies and ideas available to get our message out to the world who needs to hear what it is that we have to say. So when you are collecting your ideas, don't be afraid to turn on the camera and start talking. Start engaging on the different platforms where you are going to be finding your ideal client as you talk to them in the language that they can understand. You will start gathering a tribe. You will interact with them. You will have more engagement. You will be asking more questions. They will be asking questions. So that by the time you have a product that is ready to be sold, you will have a lineup of people who are ready, willing, and able to step up to the plate and purchase what it is that you have. Now, that said, I want to give you a quick overview of what is to come up in the next few broadcasts so that you get excited, as I am. It's one thing to have an idea. Now that you've validated the idea, what are some of the mechanics of bringing that idea to the marketplace? What is important to know? We are going to be talking about sales funnels. We are going to be talking about the importance of having your own private Facebook group. We are going to be talking about the importance of sales pages, lead magnets, webinars, and social media. At the end of the day, we want to keep it simple. We don't want to overthink. We don't want to overdo. So that is some of the components in the next few broadcasts that we will be covering off. And I hope that you're good with that. The other thing that I wanted to mention in closing is that, why not take some of these tips and see how well they work out for you. One thing that you should be doing is writing them down in a journal and keeping track in an itemized fashion of what you're learning, and just basically called due diligence and your research. So my ask for you today is just leave your comment if there's an area below the video. Let me know what you thought of the video. Any specific questions that you have, feel free to email me at my personal email address, which is successontheflymarketing@gmail.com. And additionally, if you have any colleagues or family or friends that you feel would benefit by this information, please feel free to let them know that we are here. Don't keep us a secret. And you can certainly direct them to my website, markhuber.me, which is where I'll be posting not just the live, but also the replays of all this training. And it'll be a good reference base for you as well as others. A repository of information where we can interact. Additionally, I certainly would invite you to join our private Facebook group, which is Idea to Profits in 21 days. Just join Facebook, that Idea to Profits in 21 days, and we would be delighted to have you join us there. It's been a beautiful day. It's been challenging pulling all of this together, but it's certainly highly rewarding when I get emails from people grateful for the knowledge and information that we're passing along, and in a very happy and generous spirit. That's what we're all about. That is it. I don't see any messages in the chat that I had set up on the live broadcast page, so I think we're good to go, and I won't keep you anymore. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. In closing, my name is Mark Huber, where we help entrepreneurs, such like yourself, bring your ideas to market and profit in 21 days or less. You can see more of me and what I do at markhuber.me and autowebinarincome.com. Until the next broadcast, Mark Huber signing off from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And until then, all the very best of continued success.